Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're doing some foam rolling for a tight low back. So if you've been experiencing some low back tightness, I really love foam rolling to help release it. Besides just stretching, foam rolling, just think of it as like a deep tissue massage for your muscles and your fascia, and it's really gonna help relieve any aches and pains. So we're gonna come over to our mat with the roller, and we're gonna start right away with an IT band. So yes, you think this is the tight spot, roll that out first, but actually this can really contribute, the IT band, up and around into any low back tightness you might have. So it's really good to just get in there and release that. So I'm stacking my legs and I'm rolling up and down. If you're feeling really tight, you can put one leg in front, and that's gonna take some of the weight off. Or if you want to feel it a little bit deeper, you're going to go up and down. Keep in mind, every roller is a different density, so if you're on a really hard one, it might hurt a little bit more. Vice versa, you can get on a softer one. So after you've done about 10 of those, then take the roller underneath your hip. So you're just going to be right in your hip flexor here. You'll kind of have to move around and make sure you feel like you're on the soft spot. You don't want to be on your actual hip bone. So once we're on the hip, you're just going to roll forward, and then you're gonna gently roll backward. So we're rolling forward into that hip flexor, and then you're gonna roll back towards your glute. This I can really feel on this side, but I already knew I was tight to begin. So you wanna do that a couple of times, forward and back, and then after you've done that, we're gonna get in this hip, this glute a little bit deeper. So I'm gonna sit, hands behind my back for balance. You can either keep your feet together and rock to the side, or you can make it a little more challenging, crossing your ankle over your knee and then rocking to your side, and you're gonna gently roll up and down that hip. So now we're just getting a little bit deeper into that glute and releasing any tightness. When this is tight, I find that I really feel my sciatica act up on this side. For me, this is my obviously driving foot, the pedal foot, the right leg. So I find that I must sit a little bit weird when I drive, so that side of my back gets especially tight. So this really helps release that if you find that you're commuting or you've been on a long driving trip. So after we do that, now we're gonna lay onto our back. So I'm just gonna take my hair clip out because we're gonna be on our back. You're gonna take this roller underneath your low back. So when you get here, you want to kind of adjust. Imagine the roller's just like an inch higher than your tailbone. So now I'm sinking my hips down, so I'm letting my back arch. Feels like a nice little stretch here. And then we're going to gently rock our knees over to one side, so you're getting one side of that low back, and then over to the other side. Still just letting it drop down, just arc over, and then back to the center. You can even take your feet wide and knock your knees together, and that just really opens up that low back and pelvis, sinking the hips down. This feels really good. So just releasing any tension, and then back to the center. So you can hold that a little bit longer, obviously. Now I'm gonna scoop the roller under my tailbone. So just be mindful of your low back. Find a nice spot in your tailbone under your hips, and we're gonna hug the right knee in and then stretch the left leg out. So now I'm opening up the hip flexor. When the hip flexor is tight, it can really pull you forward, and then your low back tenses up. So we're just gonna stretch the hip flexors open. Again, going back to driving in a car, my right hip flexor gets really tight if I'm, both hip flexors, but especially my right one, if I'm seated in that car for a while. And so this can be a really good one after a long day of commuting or something to stretch this out. So you're just gonna hold that there for a second, and you're feeling the stretch mostly through the left leg, although of course my right leg is getting some stretch, but you wanna be lengthening the hip flexor. Now I'm gonna switch, same thing. Stretching out that hip flexor as you pull this knee in. So it's kind of like tucking your tailbone under and getting that nice stretch. Holding that. Now I'm gonna hold the roller with my hands so that it doesn't go anywhere. Legs are to the sky. I'm gonna fold the legs back, and then you can just reach the legs out. Feel how the belly kind of engages, and then fold the legs back. Nice stretch here. And then reach the legs out one more time. Fold the legs back. Feel that nice stretch all the way from the back through the hamstrings and calves as you flex and point. And then you can bend the knees in Rest the feet if you need. Take the roller out. Be mindful of that low back when you roll to your side, and then bring yourself up. So I hope you guys enjoyed those exercises. Remember to do both sides. Those are just a couple good exercises to try to release any tension through your body to relieve low back pain. See you guys in the next video.